Greetings, everybody. So, as promised, I'm going to be doing a Taurus and Scorpio placement reading. So, also, as well, if you were full moon born, if you were basically born on a full moon, or you could have been born on a full moon in Scorpio or full moon in Taurus, and this could even more in depth be for you. Okay, so happy full moon. We are currently in a full moon phase in Scorpio. I think it's the pink flower moon, if I'm not mistaken, or full moon, or the pink moon. So I want to tap in and give you guys some divine insights, okay? So I'm gonna do something a little different, something I've never tried before, where I'm gonna tap in individually, and I will leave timestamps. So I will have a timestamp for Taurus Suns. I'll have a timestamp for Taurus Moons, Taurus Risings, and any other Taurus placements that are relevant to you. I will also have timestamps for Scorpio Sun, Scorpio Moon, Scorpio Rising, and any Scorpio placements, as well as full moon born. I will also have a timestamp for you. So let's go ahead and tap in. I'm going to start the reading now. And may this message bless you and give you the insights, the peace, and clarity that you need. Happy Taurus season, by the way. So, all my fellow Tauruses out there, happy birthday. Whether your birthday is coming up, it's past, happy birthday. So, let's go ahead and start with the Taurus Suns. Let's keep the energy in this live positive. Okay, positive, loving energy. If you don't have nothing nice to say, you're not in a good mood, you're in a funky mood, or you have a chip on your shoulder, you might want to click off. I will not feed into that energy. You will just get blocked. Okay. Hey, how are you, sis? So, without further ado, let's start with our Taurus Suns, my fellow Taurus Suns. All right, Taurus Sun. So, let's see. What is your message? Okay. I'm going to start off with the major arcanas to see what messages Spirit has for you. Taurus Suns, Holy Spirit, what is the message that you have for Taurus Suns on this lovely full moon? I hope you guys have did all of your releasing, as well as setting intentions of what you wish to manifest, or focus on what you've already manifested thus far, since it is a full moon. Taurus Suns, Judgment. Taurus Suns. Okay. All right. I see you doing a lot of healing work when it comes to closing out past cycles. I feel like Spirit is calling your attention towards the things that you might have, let's say it's a project, let's say it's something that you wanted to create. Could be a business plan or idea, or Spirit is telling you to get really serious about the plans that you have for yourself, and it is going to require you to be focused and disciplined. You're being called to cut out any distractions or any limitations in your mind. I'm getting like a scattered mindset or foggy energy. So some of you guys, your mind, I feel like your intention should be set around mental clarity and around mental focus. Definitely when it comes to work, when it comes to maybe something that you wish to start, okay? It could be anything in the material world or the practical things. I feel like, so you might be recalled back to something that you once, stopped doing, or you procrastinated, or you just lost the passion for, or you just really couldn't place your focus on that right now, but it's something you're returning back to. And I do feel for a lot of you, this could be something creative. I'm seeing clothing. I'm seeing something with like fashion for some of you. You're tying loose ends as well. For some of you, this is making peace with a past self, your past self, something in your past that may have blocked you or you feel like has been blocking you. It's more of an internal thing. It's like calling to awareness of the things that were maybe holding you back. Okay. Let's see. Some of you guys, you are cutting cords and cutting ties with the limitations in your mind, or the naysayers, or negative thinking, or negative self-talk, perhaps, for some of you. Magic and ritual, crafting a sacred practice. So definitely, since, you know, this is your season, Taurus, this is Taurus Suns I'm talking to, you got to have some type of focus that you're going to see results, okay? And the crafting part of this, crafting sacred practice, I feel like this does speak to those of you that are creatives, or something that you're crafting and putting together. You're very powerful at this season. This is your season. So Spirit doesn't want any limitations on you. Whatever you got to do to keep your focus, keep disciplines, you know, cut ties with whoever is not for you, anyone that may not be of supportive of your energy or what you're doing or what you wish to initiate or start. You got to cut ties with that, or keep a distance, okay? Keep your eyes on the prize. Don't worry about what everybody else is doing either, okay? Spirit is saying you might have to create some type of sacred practice that keeps you focused, keeps you grounded, keeps you connected, keeps you in a state of faith and belief in faith and belief in your abilities, faith and belief in the divine, the universe, okay? Some of you guys might be good with some type of timetable, or giving yourself a list, or giving yourself a timeline, like, okay, I'm going to focus for a month, every week I'm going to focus on doing X, Y, and Z, and focus towards this. Like, you might have to have something structured like that. And with this ritual, or this pattern that's healthy, that is going to keep you focused and keep you accountable, you're going to see positive results as you do this, okay? You're going to see positive results. Because some of you guys might be at a place where you are, you know, cutting ties, or you have to, or you feel like, you know, people are going or leaving, they're coming and they're going, or you may have to you know, make a difficult decision to cut some distractions. And some of those distractions are people, or focusing on what everyone else is doing. Like, you got to have that tunnel vision and really focus on yourself. I feel like if you give yourself 8 weeks, 8 months, something with the number 8, or by August, you're going to see progression. You're going to see positive results, guaranteed. Okay. So your affirmations I would set would be around mental discipline and clarity. Okay. Intentions on getting the job done. Affirmations around getting the job done. Okay. All right. So that was the sun, Taurus suns. Let's go ahead and move on to Taurus moons. Taurus moon. Okay. All right, so if you are a Taurus moon, this is your reading. Okay, so we're going to tap in and see what the divine has for you. And I'm going to start off with the major arcanas. Divine Spirit, Holy Spirit, what is the message for Taurus moons? People that are born as Taurus moons. What is their message, Spirit? What is their message at this time? Or whenever they see this, what is their message, Spirit? Okay, the sun. Okay. You could also be a Taurus sun as well. Okay, so let's see. What is their message? Ace of Wands. I'm hearing seize the moment. Seize the moment. Four of Wands in reverse. Where's my deck in reverse? It might be. Wow. You guys have more than 3 cards I wanted to come out, but there's something very tempting. I'm getting a Leo energy. Strong Leo could be in your charts, one of your big 3s, or this is a significant Leo person in your life, okay? This is someone that gets you excited. This is someone that maybe you're going to collab with, but I feel like this is an energy from your past where Could be an opportunity to come together or congregate with someone. They're not a Leo. Could be someone that gives you a lot of excitement, passion, someone that you have fun times with or you've had fun times with. Someone is not at peace with where things are. It's like there's a disharmony here. Things are not the way that they used to be. You have all wands here, all fire, matter of fact, even with the sun card. Sun card is Leo energy as well. The 10 of Wands is Sag energy, and the 4 of Wands is Aries. So you have all fire signs here on the table. So you might have a lot of fire actually in your chart. It could just be also as well is that you are going to see a lot of forward movement. Maybe right now it's like you want things to be the way that they used to be. Maybe that creative spark is going to come back for you, but it's not a lot happening right now. Maybe your social life is a little bit, in your eyes, maybe stagnant, a little slow, a little dry. You're very anxious. Spirit is saying you are going to be able to let some of that steam off. You are going to be able to, those creative, it's like you have so much passion and you want to release it. If this isn't about another person, I feel like this is definitely your energy. There's so much that you want to release. There's so much that you want to get into or create, or you just want something lively going on in your life, because it could be a little bit of a stagnant energy. Like I said, your social life could be a little stagnant. This energy is revitalizing. I do feel that things are going to warm up for you. It could literally be in the summertime. We're not quite in the summer yet, or if you're watching this when it is summertime, there's going to be some type of resurgence of maybe past people or energies or connections that represented a time in your life where things were fun, where things were good, where if it was a passionate romantic time, this person could return. It's up to you whether or not you want to take this energy on, okay, because it could have been a fleeting energy. But if this has nothing to do with love or someone else from your past or people from your past, I feel like you're going to get that excitement back again. Like you are going to either have those good times or socialize, connect. Okay, you have the spirit of Isis, triumph of the goddess. Yes. So if you're feeling like you're having a down moment and you feel a little bit stagnant, like I said, or stuck, there's going to be this triumph. And Isis is a powerful magician, or Mama Aset. Okay, she's a very powerful magician, and she's also a very powerful healer as well. So I feel like there's going to be some powerful resurrection or revitalization of your own energy during this season or during this time, Taurus Moon. So I do hope that this resonates with you. We're going to go ahead and move on to Taurus Risings. Okay. Taurus Rising. Let's get your timestamp. Okay, 13/27. All right, for those of you born as Taurus Risings, this is your reading. Let's tap in and let's see what this season or this time, whenever you watch it, has in store for you. Let's pull a major arcana card first. Holy Spirit, Divine Source, I thank you for divine wisdom. What is the message for Taurus Risings? The message for Taurus Risings. Oh, okay. You have the Hangman. All right, let's see. Taurus Risings. Yes. Okay. You guys are starting to see your worth and your value in a way that you haven't seen it before. You're going to appreciate yourself on new levels. I also feel for some of you, you might have experienced maybe some type of betrayal, or some of you guys could have just recently lost your job, or people that you used to like connect with, or where you felt like these were people that you could trust, or this could be a job, a workplace situation where you felt betrayed, if not laid off or fired, or that you simply had to just leave the job because there was some type of betrayal here. I don't know why I'm seeing this, but Spirit is saying like there's sacrifices that need to be made for you in order to excel. So like if something was stripped out of your life, it was because it was no longer needed. It wasn't healthy for you. If this be people leaving your life or showing you their dark colors, then same thing. This was to strip you of what wasn't for you to make space for what is. Some of you may have a hard time understanding this, or it's going to be a little bit hard for you to trust yourself after this season of transition. But I feel like Spirit is gifting you more or going to give you more. But at the time, I feel like you didn't see this. It kind of looks like, I feel like Spirit's wanting you to pay attention to your surroundings, to pay attention to your interactions, or pay attention to how people, you know, the energy that they're showing you, basically. I feel the energy that these people are showing you, it should be evident. It should be clear to you who's in your corner and who's not. And for some of you, this is in the workplace. This has something to do with a financial situation. For some of you, you guys are used to people taking from you, whether that's literally in a financial, you know, sense, or what you have to bring, what you have to offer. Like people kind of benefited off of that. I feel like Libra energy, like people that you are connected to, as far as people that are in your everyday life, or people like that you have some type of commitments towards, whether it's a job, whether it's could be a job. That candle is having a field day. Whether it's a job or a relationship, something that you've committed yourself to, I feel like that is changing. Your connection, your relationship to people is changing, okay? You've had to go through some type of painful transformation or transition. It may have not been easy, but I feel like you're going to come out with a clearer mind, even though it might be hard for you to adjust to the truth, or hard for you to trust yourself again because of what you've endured, what you've experienced, or what you're currently experiencing. Okay. It's going to make sense. But I see something about value and self-worth as well. Maybe the lesson is being more discerning of who you give your time and your energy to, who you trust. Yep, soul retrieval. Okay, yeah. You have soul retrieval with deep soul healing with the goddess. So like the sun, the Taurus moons, I got a similar energy with goddess Isis or Aset, Mama Aset. Healing. There's a healing energy. It's like a divine mother healing, a nurturing, but it's a deep soul cleansing. And I feel like this energy represents alignment for you, or I should say, it's like you're making sense of a past energy and why things happened the way that they did, or at this current moment, when you look back at the things that are troubling you, you're going to understand why the things happened the way that they did. Okay? You're going to understand why it happened the way that it did. So this is just a period. This is just a season. This is not going to remain the same. You're going to come out differently, more wiser, more stronger, more empowered. Maybe even like have a spiritual ascension or awakening. Okay? You'll have compassion for yourself in ways that you haven't before, and the people that hurt you, instead of getting even or instead of carrying the bitterness, it's like you'll have a deeper understanding and wisdom. Okay, so let's go ahead and move on to the other Taurus placements. So if you have other Taurus placements that are not Sun, Moon, or Rising, so if you have any other significant places of Taurus in your charts, this is for you. And then we're going to move on to the Scorpio placements, okay? Oh, hey, how are you? I have a hard time getting back. Sometimes I take forever to get back to people's email, but I will check it. All right, let's tap into the other Taurian placements other than the Sun, Moon, or Rising Tauruses. Let's see. What is your message at this time? Divine Spirit, thank you for your divine wisdom. High Priestess wanted to come out. So let's take that and let's get some minors. Divine Spirit, what is the guidance? What is the message for the Taurus placements other than the Sun, Moon, and Rising Taurian energies? What is their message? Six of Wands. Queen of Wands. What's all this fire? Two of Wands. Interesting. Okay. There might be an opportunity that's going to come your way. Spirit is saying to use your intuition and have confidence. I feel like Spirit could be dealing with could be, shouldn't say self-esteem, but yeah, it kind of feels that way, like your solar plexus, your core true self, and knowing why you're worthy of this opportunity, or knowing if it's a worthy opportunity to seize or not. The Two of Wands tells me that you're going to take your time, or potentially whenever this opportunity does pursue you, the Spirit is saying to make sure you make the wise decision, okay? Some of you guys are not going to rush on this, whatever this opportunity is. You guys could be getting a raise or some type of recognition for something. All eyes on you. You might feel good about it. You might feel like, okay, I knew that, duh, it was my time. Like, yeah, this was my time to shine, or this is my just due. I did the work. So, duh, of course, you know, it was only a matter of time, and you might feel yourself, but in a healthy way. I'm not getting like cockiness, or it's not that narcissistic type of confidence. It's true confidence. Like you knew that whatever this was and your hard work or your efforts, it was going to come to pass. But whatever this is that's coming to meet you, some of you guys may feel like you're not quite ready for it, or you got to think things through before you pursue whatever this energy is. And I feel like, yes, that is true. You should definitely think this through. Don't rush the opportunity. Don't just take something. Make sure that it aligns with you. Make sure that it resonates with what you stand for, or, you know, something around your worth, your value. You are protected, though. You are divinely protected. There's nothing that's going to, or nothing or no one is going to be able to get over on you. I feel like you're going to be able to sense if something is not for you or not, if it's for you or not. You're going to be able to sense that. Okay, I just feel like you're being called to not rush into things. And this isn't the only opportunity that will come to meet you, but every opportunity that you get, Spirit is saying to always check it, always discern it. Okay, you have Chariot of Ascension, spiritual work of the higher initiate. So yeah, Spirit's calling you higher. You're at a position now where you've gone through the toughest times, where you've gone through the battle, where you've been molded and shaped and cultivated into this heavyweight, the spiritual warrior, the spiritual gangster, right? So you guys could literally be a spiritual worker, because the High Priestess and the Queen of Wands is giving me that energy for sure, okay? Mind, body, and soul has got to be in a place of alignment, and I feel like Spirit is calling you higher to greater heights, and your gifts might be stronger. Your psychic abilities or spiritual abilities or your healing abilities is much more stronger, or you're more confident in your gifts or your abilities, your purpose or your calling, okay? So that's what I'm seeing for those of you that have Taurus placements other than Sun, Moons, and Risings of Taurus, okay? So we're going to go ahead and move on to the Scorpio placements now. The reason I wanted to do Scorpio is because that is our opposite sign. Taurus's opposite sign is Scorpio. And we're also in a Scorpio full moon at the moment. So I feel like it was only fitting, and it's Taurus season. So, hey, why not? So let's go ahead and tap into Scorpio Suns. Okay. Scorpio Sun, let's go ahead and tap into your energy. Scorpio Sun. If you are a Scorpio Sun, this reading might be for you. Let's pull a major arcana first. Spirit, I ask for divine wisdom, truth, and clarity at this time for Scorpio Suns. Scorpio Suns. Justice. Okay. Scorpio Suns, Divine Spirit, Divine Source, Holy Spirit, what is the message for Scorpio Suns? All right. I do get this energy that you are clearing out, kind of similar to some of the other messages I got for Taurus. With the Justice card, you're weighing the pros and the cons of a situation, or you're using your highest conscious or your wisdom of what is the righteous path versus what is the path that's going to take you off center. Or, you know, it's like the angel and the devil on one shoulder, where one side of you knows better and is telling you this is the direction for you and this is, you know, this is what's what. And the devil on your shoulder is like, F that, we do what we want, we do this, we do that, don't think about the consequences, just do what you want now, blah, 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 blah. There's something about, I feel like for some of you, this is not going to be everybody's situation, but I do feel like for a great majority of you, you have someone that has returned back in your life, or you're going to have someone come to you. It could be like a romantic offer, or someone that feels very familiar. Maybe you don't know them, but their energy feels very familiar. This could be a platonic energy. It could be romantic energy. It's something that is like kind of like this home-like feeling, or it feels very familiar, and so you feel comfortable, you feel safe. But there's a part of you that may be kind of like unsure of the motives or intentions. The Spirit is saying you got to weigh things accordingly. Like, you got to make a decision that you know is right for you. Like, don't get caught up in your emotions. You got to balance out the head and the heart with one another. So prepare for some type of message, Spirit is saying. Like, for some of you, you guys could receive a message from someone from your past, okay? Some of you guys is like, should I forgive this person? Should I not? Okay, that is the question. Can I trust this? Can I not? What is this person's intentions? Are they genuine? Because excuse me, for some of you, this is like, I feel like it is some of you, it could be a trustworthy thing, but for some of you, Spirit is saying like you are going to have to see things for what they are and take the rose-colored glasses off. And I feel like there's an important message that's coming your way, or a message from someone that is of relevance and importance, okay? You have Pillar of Light, descendant of the star of Isis. So you guys are, you have Isis, or Aset, I should say, Mother Aset. You have qualities like her, whether you are a man or woman, or you identify as feminine or not. You have qualities of someone that puts people back together. You're someone that is very healing and very nurturing to people. You might attract a lot of wounded people, a lot of lost souls. You may even, you know, attract, or people are attracted to you that are energy vampires that take, or a lot of narcissists, or just people that don't have much to offer but may have genuine intentions, okay? People that may genuinely love you or like you or fond of you, but they have nothing to offer. I feel like you're the type that helps put wounded people back together. Maybe because you know what it feels like, or in some way it's like, how could a person treat me like this when I've done X, Y, and Z from my heart for this person, or I've, you know, my intentions were good. How could this person do this to me? And I feel like Spirit is wanting to help you heal, but be more discerning of the energy that you give, the time that you make available for who and what, and is it worth that? Again, weighing your decisions accordingly, and just to what's not only right and good for everyone else, but what about you, okay? So consider that. I hope that was helpful. Let's go ahead and move on to Scorpio Moons. Okay, let's see. What is your timestamp? Scorpio Moon. Okay. 28. Okay. Let's do 29 minutes. Scorpio Moon. Let's tap in. So let's start off with the majors. Let's see. Scorpio Moons. Dang, you guys got two cards. I'm going to take these because there's a reason why these two cards came out like that. The Hierophant and the Hanged Man. Let's see what else. Hey, Ashley. How are you, sis? Let's see. I was about to say Taurus Moon. Scorpio Moons. If you have a Scorpio Moon, you might want to watch Taurus Moon as well. Just to get a little more insight. Okay. Yeah. Some of you guys are outgrowing certain situations. I feel like certain beliefs don't resonate with you anymore, or you're having to, some of you guys are taking in a lot of information, or your gifts aren't heightening in a way that it's kind of like you're a student but you're a teacher, like you've leveled up in a way, but it's still like you're trying to make sense or navigate through your growth or your change. Some of you guys might be outgrowing environments or situations or connections. It could be a job, could be like I said, some type of spiritual beliefs, or maybe even a religious organization that you no longer resonate with. I feel like you're learning to tap into what makes sense to you, what resonates in your spirit, in your soul. This is your own journey. This is your own path. So it could also be outgrowing certain like societal beliefs and cultures and structures that maybe you were birthed into. Okay. Same goes with religion. Oh, I'm glad to hear that, sis. I'm glad you're doing better. Yeah, it's like you're breaking free of like societal or culture things. And it's not, I don't feel like it's anything that's harming anybody. It simply just doesn't resonate with your heart, or maybe it never really did. And you're coming into your own, or you're trusting the path. Maybe this is something that you went hard for. Like, could be a spiritual thing, doesn't have to be religion, excuse me, doesn't have to be a religious thing. It could be spiritual beliefs or spiritual practices, things that you just like, you've leveled up past that, or the way that you're going about it is different. There's no right or wrong way to do this. I feel it's a matter of, I feel like tapping into what resonates with your spirit. So I feel you might be wanting to try or to tap into something that you're not quite well versed in, or you're walking in a new direction or a new path. It resonates with your heart, but there's a part of you where it's kind of new, it's unknown to you. um if these are environments, maybe it's like, okay, well, I just don't feel like, this scene is for me anymore, or these groups of people, maybe we used to get along, but I feel like I'm outgrowing this, or I want to, connect with different types of people, or I feel more of a resonance here. It's like you are outgrowing something for the better. It's like your soul is calling you to it. Your heart is calling you to it. If you're seeing the number 33 or 333, definitely this is for you. Okay. Abundance, sulphus, stellar blessings of celestial goddess of abundance. Yeah, so it's like when you, I don't know why I'm getting like this burning bush vibe. Like in the story of Moses, where he faced, or he um, met God through this burning bush, and it stopped him in his tracks, and it called him to return back to Egypt on a mission to get his people out of slavery and free them from Egypt, right? Out of the house of bondage. So metaphorically speaking, I feel like you may have had to come to God or Jesus moment, or just like a spiritual moment where you just felt like, I need to turn around, or I need to shift something, or you will come to this. And it's going to put you on your feet in a new direction, something that feels more purposeful, feels more like you, or connected to you in some kind of way. Okay. So I do see you answering the call, and it could shed light on the environment that you're in. You might feel uncomfortable now. It just doesn't sit with you. It doesn't resonate with you. It's just not, it's not your scene anymore. Okay. It's not for you. So you might turn away from the things that resonated with you at one point, the people or the connections. There's something that's going to shift. Okay. I hope that makes sense. So you might feel a little bit uncomfortable because it's calling you out of that comfort zone into something new. Okay. So that was Scorpio Moon. So let's move on to Scorpio Rising. Okay. All right. Scorpio Risings. Then we're going to do Scorpio, like other Scorpio placements other than the Sun, Moon, and Rising Scorpios. And then we'll do full moon born babies. If you're born on a full moon or happen to be born on a Scorpio full moon or Taurus full moon, what's happened to your energy as well. So let's see, what is the message for Scorpio Rising? Scorpio Rising. Hierophant. Let's get some minors. Some minor arcana. Divine Spirit. What is the message for Scorpio Rising? Those born under Scorpio Rising. Placement. What is their reading, Spirit? Hey, Yamina. All right, let's tap in. Greetings, Cozy. Let's tap in. Scorpio Rising. Wow, you guys got 2 cards there as well. So I'm going to take these. You're not settling for less. If you have or in a certain capacity or in certain levels or with certain people or persons, whatever, you're not settling. This is like you tapping into your divine sovereignty, or you understand yourself or your divinity a little bit more. It could be due to your relationship with divine spirit, or it's just you honoring you. You know who you are, because the Emperor is ruled by Aries energy. Aries rules the first house in the astrology houses, which is the house of the self, the I am, our identities, our appearance, our ambitions, what drives us to our core, our passions, lie in that house. So this is a self-identified energy of knowing your worth. Maybe in the past you did settle. Maybe you feel like you weren't, you weren't good enough for certain things, or you turned yourself away, or you played small in some way. Like maybe you couldn't see your capabilities or your abilities to have more than what you made yourself available for. And partially for some of you, you might see some pushback. You might feel some people feeling some type of way about you knowing who you are, or knowing what's for you and what's not, or not accepting less anymore. Like this might actually trigger some people. It might, it might make people feel a little bit envious, jealous, or pushing back on this, or trying to make you coward back down, or make you feel some type of way, or to force you, into, or intimidate you, I should say, into playing small. I see you guys moving away. Some of you guys might quit a job too with the 8 of Pentacles in reverse. You might say no, like, this don't really resonate with me no more. This ain't for me. Some of you guys might decide to move. Some of you guys might move away from an environment that might be toxic. Could be a workplace that's toxic. Could be a neighborhood or a city or something that you feel like is kind of like crabs in a barrel mentality. Friends that are not progressing, or family members. Like you have to distance yourself in a healthy way, or keep a loving distance, or you're just like, enough is enough. Like this is not for me. It's not giving me what I'm worth and what I'm valued. I feel like this is the shift that you're going to make. You're tired of maybe feeling like you have to compete with people around you that maybe are supposed to be supportive, or where you're supportive of one another, and you're not seeing that, or it's a lot of drama. No one's progressing. It's something where you're tired of fighting yourself. You're at this place maybe where you're tired of fighting yourself against wanting more and having more. Maybe you shamed yourself for that, but I feel like this is you getting into this place where you're confident in who you are and where you stand, or you're going to take some type of stance to either shift things for yourself. You're not waiting on anything or anybody, okay? Okay, you have the Pillar of Light. Can't remember which placement had this. I think it was one of the Taurus placements, but you have Descendant of the Star of Isis. Or maybe I think it was a Scorpio placement that also got this, actually. So being a descendant of the Star of Isis. So obviously the Isis, or Aset, she is a magician. She is a healer. She's a master magician and healer, okay? That has the ability to heal and to manifest in great capacities, okay? She's also this divine mother energy and archetype, a matriarchal figure. So you're way more than what you have given yourself credit for in the past. And like I told that last placement, I can't remember, I think it was either Scorpio Sun, I think it was, that got this card, where I told them that, or it could be Moon, I can't remember, where I was picking up for them that you have this energy or this ability to heal people, to where you might attract a lot of broken and lost, wounded souls, or people that are energy vampires or narcissistic type of people, to where you give out, you give and you give, and sometimes you give without looking for anything, or you forget, you just give because that's what's in your heart. And people just drink and drink from your bosom, so to speak. Even if you are a man, they drink from your bosom and they take from you, and they don't even say thank you. And that's for some of you. Some people, they just don't have it to give. They don't know how. They could be genuine, they could mean well, they could genuinely care about you and love you, but just not have it to give for themselves. They have a chaotic life or chaotic energy, or there are people that are takers and they know what they're doing. Call your power back to yourself. And I feel like you're already doing that. I don't have to really tell you that. Some of you, I feel like you're already doing that. But if you are still struggling to stand your ground and to stand in your worth and demand more than what you've been given, or what you've allowed yourself to receive, or what people try to tell you, this is who you are and this is what you should have, and you, I don't know who you think you are, or if you ever get that pushback within yourself, to combat that by taking your power back where maybe you feel like you've given it away. And don't shame yourself for the energy that you gave out. You live and you learn, and sometimes people may have needed it. That was their test, and maybe as well as your test. But don't shame yourself for it, but take back your power, okay? All right, much love to you, Scorpio Rising. Let's go ahead and move on to any other placement that is not Scorpio Sun, Moon, or Rising. Just any other Scorpio placement that might be relevant to you. Let's go ahead and tap into that. Okay, so let's move on. Okay. Okay, so if you have any other important Scorpio placements other than Scorpio Sun, Moon, or Rising, this might be for you. Okay, so let's get a major arcana card for you, Scorpio. Other placements of Scorpio that are not Sun, Moon, or Rising. Let's see, what is the message for other Scorpio placements? Wow, you have two major arcana cards. So you have the Temperance and you have the High Priestess. Let's get some minor arcanas. Okay. Let's see, Spirit. Seven of Cups. I think Seven of Cups actually is a Scorpio card. I think. Yeah, it is. Okay, let's see. Spirit. Scorpio placements. Page of Pentacles in reverse. Okay. Page of Wands. All right. Yeah, it's like, I feel like you guys, this is like give yourself a pat on the back type of vibes, okay? I feel like the Scorpios has really been doing their work, okay? At least from what I can see. If this resonates with you anyway, you guys have really been doing your due diligence and working through whatever you need to work through. Some of you guys have been doing some inner child healing, like to a really deep dive. And it's not an overnight thing. I feel like this has been something that you've been working through in healing. And I feel like some of you guys are healers. Some of you guys might be called to Reiki healing, or called to some sort of physical healing or remote healing for some of you. You guys could be therapists, or you guys might work with angelic forces to help other people, or you know the power of that because you've done it yourself. Now, I feel like you guys are someone that has turned your pain into power, okay? Some of you guys feel like you shouldn't be compensated for your abilities or your gifts, and that is your own prerogative. I'm not telling you that you should or you shouldn't. I feel like that's up to you. But there's something about you turning your pain into power, and maybe to help and inspire other people. And some of you guys are playing small when it comes to that, because I feel like you do have wisdom, or some of you, maybe it's like imposter syndrome or some shit, I don't know, where you feel like, oh, because I've been here, and that doesn't mean that I'm up for the job, or I'm good enough to be the person to help other people, or that I should give advice to anybody. It may not be a professional manner. It could just be like everyday connections that you have, where you do have wisdom, you do have a voice that is going to inspire somebody else. Now, I feel like you guys are someone that has learned a lesson to make wise choices and decisions about who you give your energy to, or more specifically, who you give your heart to. That doesn't have to be just a romantic thing, but there's something about you having like a childlike heart or trust of people to where you don't see the bad, or you can see the bad, but you feel like people are redeemable, or you give people the benefit of the doubt, or you give them grace. So I feel like spirit is encouraging you, or maybe this is your own energy saying that I know better now and I'm not going to be so quick to invest or so curious to get to know things or people. It's like I can get to know people and vet them out without overextending and overgiving. So some of these Scorpio messages are really aligning. Okay. These energies are aligning. Let's see. Trust your intuition. You have the tools, you have the knowledge, the wisdom, the experiences, and you have wisdom beyond your experiences that spirit is saying that it is a value. Okay. It is valuable. So Archangel Raziel or Uriel may be working with you, or maybe you work with these two specific angels or one of the other. Especially if you are a spiritual healer or worker, Raziel and Uriel definitely stand close. So you have divine names of power. Like I said, I feel like you guys have something. There's power in your voice. There's power. So divine names of power means that you might be using your spiritual tongues if that's something that you've recently activated, or you have that spirit is saying like you need to tap into that more. For some of you guys might have visions, or you might hear certain names or angelic forces or energies that come to you. There's something about you do, I'm telling you, like, this might not be everybody's message, but you could have Scorpio in your 12th house. Maybe Scorpio in the 10th house. It's like the 10s, 11s, or the 12th houses have Scorpio in it. But you have a very powerful force behind you and within you. You're not here to play small. Spirit is like, no, you're not here to play small by any means. Not at all. Okay. You might feel like you're a baby on your journey. You feel like you have a lot to learn, which we all do, right? But let's not downplay and pretend like you don't have enough power and gifts and abilities already within you that you can assist and help, and because you have with yourself too. You've done this work on yourself, so why wouldn't it be effective on those that are called to it or that you're called to help? And it, like I said, doesn't have to be a professional energy or situation. It could just be everyday life encounters that you have with people. Okay. So that is the Scorpio placements. So last but not least, I'm going to tap into those of you who are born on full moons or have a Scorpio, or you were born on a Scorpio full moon, or maybe on a Taurus full moon. So we're going to tap into the messages for you, the group of you. Okay. I hope you guys enjoyed this so far. If you did, go ahead and like this video. Okay. I would greatly appreciate it. If you guys want your own personal readings, I am available. We can always go a little bit more in depth. You want to clarify something, you want to ask your own questions, I got you. And if you have any questions about what I do, how I do my readings, or how, what reading might be for you, you can always email me. Okay. So full moon born people, or people born on a Scorpio full moon or a Taurus full moon. Let's tap in and see what spirit wants you to know. Let's pull some major arcana cards first, or a major arcana card. Divine Spirit, Holy Spirit, those who are born on a full moon and or Scorpio full moon or Taurus full moon, what is their messages? If you don't know, you can always Google that, like what moon phase were you born on, and just like any other natal chart, it helps to know what your time of birth was, the location you were born, and the time that you were born. Okay. High Priestess again, King of Cups. Okay, so could be Scorpio full moon babies I'm talking to, because you have a lot of water energy. There's something about love that is coming your way, or that has come in your midst, or you have questions around your love life. You have questions around maybe the sincerity of a person, or should you trust yourself? Can you trust this person? Can I trust myself? Can I trust that this is something significant that I should encounter, I should invest in? It's like you have questions around this. And I feel like you are going to get the clarity that you seek. What's the significant importance of this connection? And for some of you, it is going to be something that is sweet, that is a mutual loving connection, that is something that Spirit does want you to open up to and pursue, or it could reveal how this person feels. But you have to trust yourself, because I feel like that's the biggest lesson here is, do you trust your own intuition? Do you trust yourself? Okay. You have to apply the knowledge and the experiences that you've had, and not from a place of where you're looking for red flags, or where you just like, oh, I'm just going to be naive now, all the pain is in the past. It's like, no, you got to apply the knowledge in a sense of, what did you learn last time? What could you have done better? Or what was it in the past that actually was helpful, that actually was, that worked for you? Or maybe a beautiful lesson that you learned through a connection. It doesn't always have to be tough and harsh. And how can you apply that moving forward? Is your heart open? Is it ready? So some of you, it's like your heart's not really open to receive. So therefore, you're not able to trust yourself, because you yourself are not open to your own intuition and trusting yourself. So how can you trust another right now? This could be due to fear that is warranted. Like, of course, like if you've been through some shit, of course you're going to be a little skeptical. This energy does feel like a safe, pure, genuine energy, especially if this is someone that is new and could also be a water sign. They don't have to be a Scorpio, but they could definitely be a water sign. Or they have this very caring nature to them. They're very considerate of you. They are someone that does take their time to get to know you. They're someone that is very considerate of your emotions and other people's emotions. Like, you have to pay attention to how, not only how they treat you, but how do they treat people around them, or, you know, how do they move in the world around them? Because I feel like this is someone that does have a sound energy, very calming, very clear. There's no confusion. There's no chaos. This person is reliable. This person feels and thinks before they act or before they speak. There's someone that's very centered and introspective in a way that they're not just going to blurt things out of their mouth. They're not going to do things out of impulse and just simple desire, or in a rush, in a haste. Like, this person is someone that likes to flow where energy, where things feel in alignment. Okay, I like this person's energy a lot. So it could be that this is the energy for you, or this is someone that is currently in your midst. Okay, but it's a beautiful energy. I feel like this is more so for you to trust yourself. Before you can trust anybody else, you have to trust yourself. Okay, so let's get an Isis card on it and see what else Spirit wants you to know. And it doesn't have to be romantic. It could definitely be people that are genuine, you know, people that have your best intentions, you know, true soul connection, soul tribe. These cards is trying to fly out. Mama Isis, what is your message? Mama Aset, thank you. It's like, you can call me by my right name, okay? Ancient power mysteries. Hear the rattle of Isis playing. Okay. So you're being called to step out of your fears. Okay. To be open to what's on the other side. Be open to the unknown. Okay. Not be so caught up in your fears or caught up in the past. Know that you are powerful, and not powerful in the sense that you're invincible, but you're not a weak person. Okay. You're not a weak vessel. You do matter. You are important. Your life is important, but you also, just as your life is important, you want to make wise decisions. You don't want to make bad ones. You also want to be able to experience life in a healthy way as well. You don't want to shun your life experiences out due to fear. So you got to make sure that you're not moving in fear, okay? So there could be a lot of healing, beautiful healing experiences in the connections that you, the ones that you feel drawn to, divinely drawn to anyway. And I don't mean just like sexual energy, but they could provoke some type of passions or something that is mysterious and causes a curiosity inside of you. Like, these could be the greatest connections, profound connections of healing for you, whether they're platonic or romantic or both. Okay? Again, trust yourself, use your discernment. You cannot trust other people if you do not trust yourself. Okay? So I'm sending much love to you guys. As always, that was for my full moon babies, or full moon in Scorpio, or Taurus babies. I hope that this reading resonated with you and that it was helpful and insightful. If you want something more in depth, more lengthier, or taps into your energy personally, you guys can always check out my website. I will leave my information in the description. Any questions that you have about my services or a reading, if you want to know what reading might best suit your needs, don't be afraid to email me. I would be glad to help you. And as always, much love. I appreciate you guys for joining. Happy full moon manifesting. I appreciate you guys. Much love as always. Y'all be safe wherever you guys are in the world. And until next time, peace.